video, we're going to be analyzing the new for 2025 B&M Dive Coaster called Wrath of Rakshasa. This B&M Dive Coaster will feature a max height of 180 feet, a drop of 171 feet, a max speed of 67 miles per hour, a drop angle of 96 degrees, and 5 inversions. This ride will break 2 world records, including the world's steepest drop on a dive coaster, as well as the most inversions on a dive coaster. The ride will mostly be located in the area that was once occupied by the park's splash battle, and will cross the midway over into the plot of land next to Demon. Firstly, I gotta say it's great to see that Demon will not be going. There were heavy rumors that this ride would be removed from the park, and I have never gotten to ride Demon, so I'm very excited to see that I'll be able to get the chance at some point. My first impressions of this ride is that it looks like it's definitely going to be a menacing structure on the park skyline. It will be the second tallest coaster at this park, just behind Raging Bull. And it will be located in a kind of similar area as Raging Bull and Max Force, which are their 2 tallest rides. I also think this layout has the potential to be the best dive coaster in the world. And I'll explain my reasoning why later on in the video. But let's get into the ride's layout. The train will exit the station and make a right turn and then ascend up the 180-foot tall lift hill. After it climbs to the top, it will make a slight turn to the left over the midway and then drop 96 degrees down for a world record drop. The ride will then enter an Immelman, as most dive coasters do, and then exit out into a dive loop. I'm assuming this will feel like the one on Valraven after the mid-course. After that, the ride then goes up into a 0G roll that keeps rolling and then turns down into a helix. This element kind of reminds me of the one found on Steel Vengeance in the first half of the ride. After coming out of the helix, it then goes into 2 corkscrew looking rolls. I'm not sure the exact name on these inversions, but they kind of interlock, and it looks like a really cool element actually. So there are the 5 inversions. But the ride is not over. It then goes into 2 highly banked turns, which then bring you into the brake run. The reason why I think this will be one of the best dive coasters is not just the fact that it has the most inversions and the steepest drop, but the length seems really good for a dive coaster, especially that this doesn't have a mid-course brake run. And that mid-course brake run usually slows down the second half of the ride. So I'm very happy to see that they did not include a mid-course brake run, yet they are still able to run 3 trains on this attraction, seeing as this park gets major crowds during the summer. The latest dive coaster in the world, Iron Menace at Dorney Park, one of my favorite things about that ride is that it doesn't have a mid-course brake run, so the pacing of the ride from start to finish is just phenomenal. So I'm hoping that this ride, being 10 feet taller and a bit longer, has the same type of pacing as Iron Menace. My only concern with this attraction is B&M's track record recently of producing smooth, fun rides. Now, I'm not saying a lot of the rides are not fun, but as someone who goes to Dorney often and hears the general public's reactions to Iron Menace, I've definitely heard some people say that they don't like it and didn't enjoy the ride because it is not a smooth ride, and I can honestly see why they would say that. Hopefully B&M has figured out the issues with the 7-seat dive machines, as I've heard that Dr. Diabolical is also pretty rough. Overall, I am so excited for this attraction, and I am very excited to make another trip out to Six Flags Great America next year to ride this coaster. So what are your thoughts on this new for 2025 B&M Dive Coaster? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. If you'd like to support the channel even more, become a member and receive numerous benefits, such as watching all my videos the day before they release, access to my monthly top 25 coaster list, member shoutouts, and more. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.